Okay, it's here, it's here, it's here. If you remember, the old switch blew up. Or doesn't work quite right. The new replacement switch also didn't work good, so I ordered another one, presumably direct from Duplo through a representative, but direct. They said this was the switch that's supposed to be the right one. So let's see what we've got here. We've got packing peanuts out. I've got another box. Work. Pack screws. Again, 4 screws. And that was what they said the right switch is. Oh crap, that looks like the old one. Oh man. Did they send me another stupid switch that don't work right? Okay, the new one has the yellow already on it. This is the old one that didn't work. TCS4SR3414-11307RR. It's the exact same numbers. I wonder if there's any point in trying it. Give me a second here. Okay, I think we should try to test it before putting it on. This being the new one. If you remember the way the old switch worked, now when we have contact, the numbers change on the screen, should go to 0. See, this was the old new switch that didn't work correctly. Oops. So make sure it's in the off position. This is the new switch I just got today. It's in the off position. So with it in the off position, 1 and 2 should not be connected. As well as 3 and 4 should not be connected. Okay, now in the on position, 1 and 2 should be connected. Which they are. 3 and 4 should not be connected. But they are. Well, they're not connected all that well because it's not going completely to 0. It should be going completely to 0. So there's something wrong with this switch anyway. So on the new switch that I just got in today, in the off position, okay, so 1 and 2 are not connected. Three and 4 are not connected. Now, in the on position, wow, that really snaps in really quick there. Okay, now the 1 and 2 should be connected now. And they are, and we got a good connection. It went to 0, so it's a complete solid connection. And of course, these should not be, but they are on the other switch. So I'm not too confident, but let's try it. Oh, okay. So it's not on this one. So this switch is working correctly so far. Now when you go to start, these two should connect. If I can hold it tight and turn it. And it went completely to 0, so it's good connection. Then it cuts back off. Okay, so this switch is actually working correctly. So we can install it on the cutter. There must just be something wrong inside. This must have just been defective or something. I don't know. Can't hold that steady. At least it's not upside down this time. Okay, first thing we need to do is unplug it. And we can remove the old switch. Okay, then you can squeeze these while you pry it up slightly. And then these screws just come out. Then we open it up. We know there's no electricity, but you can double check that with the near contact. Okay, make sure we're not getting anything. So the power is off. Safety first. Okay, carefully remove the old switch. Now the switch has 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. The wires also have 1 and 2, 3 and M, I guess for motor on number 4. So it's okay to go ahead and just remove the switch completely. You can also remove this door if it's in the way, but it's not really in my way, so I'm going to leave it there. Okay, so now we just loosen the screws enough for the wire to come out. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, again, these have the things inside that clamp down on it, so I'll go ahead and preset that so I don't have to do a whole lot of turning after I put it in there. Okay, so make sure 1 goes on 1. Snug it up good, but don't over tighten and break it. But you want it to have really good solid contact. Okay. Yeah, that's number 3, so make sure we're getting the right wire. Here's number 2, goes on number 2. This is 3, so 3 goes over here. Be careful not to pull on the wires or break them or anything. And finally, M goes on to number 4. And viola, it goes up this way. So we want to fish it through. I'm going to use the pack of screws that I had already opened from the previous and send this new pack back. There's no point in opening both. Okay, this base has an arrow on it, so I'm going to point the arrow up. I'm going to try to hold that where it lines up good. And try to get the hole at the bottom lined up. There we go. Okay, we're not going to over tighten and break it. We'll see what kind of level as we can. I got a level, but it looks level to me. Nice and straight and level. So I'm going to snug these up, but being careful not to over tighten, because that's good. I'm going to push this on carefully, and making sure the screw is loose on here. And so we left that in the up position, didn't we? Okay, so you don't want it rubbing. It shouldn't go that far onto it. You don't want it rubbing the plastic backing. You want to snug this up where. Okay, it feels like it's rubbing it to me, so I'm going to back it off of it just a hair while I get my fingernail behind it. Then I'll try to tighten it without pushing it on any further. Let me see if I can get a piece of vinyl or something behind that where. Okay, so it still fits behind it good. So it's not rubbing. I'm going to hold it and finish tightening. But I'm not going to over tighten. I'm going to turn it a little bit more. There we go. Now I'm going to turn it off to make sure it's off. I guess we also want to make sure that we got the camera on the fuse box in case it blows another fuse. I did buy, where are those at? I did buy another pack of fuses. The 5 amp I got, well, 5 amp 250 volt fuses. So that way we can blow some more of them. Let me plug it in and see what happens. Okay, that's so far so good. Okay, the light came on up here. And it kicked on. And that works. So let's see one more test and see if it cuts off like it's supposed to. And that was what we wanted it to do. So it takes actually about 15 minutes, it looks like, to do that. So that switch works fine. Only thing left really is to shut the door. And you could cut it off the rest of the way. So that other switch must just be bad. Okay, so then you'd want to squeeze these two. Crap. All right, retake. Take 3. Okay, then you can squeeze these while you pry up slightly. And then you want to line it up and put the screws in. Oh, that didn't go right, did it? Okay, we've got an arrow at the top.